episode, we're going to be working on the bike. I just spent the whole day on a little adventure. When I got the bike, I had like 12,000 miles on it, and I went out riding. I was the only metric cruiser in the group. Everyone else had a Harley, and my bike was bone stock, and it did okay in comparison, but it was so quiet, and I did not like that. So what I did was I started working on it a little bit, and I put the jets and everything in the carburetor to get ready for some aftermarket exhaust. So the carburetor's already been jetted, but to be honest with you, when I saw the price of aftermarket parts or aftermarket pipes, it really just shied me off. I couldn't believe what they wanted for two pipes that less than 4 feet long. It was just ridiculous. And this is probably about 5 6 years ago, and they were wanting like $500 for them. The price for the pipes now, they went up even more. Let's go Brandon. And they're up to like $700-800 brand new. So what I did to compensate, because I already had jetted the carburetor up, this thing has baffles in it. It has 3 baffles in the muffler, and I went ahead and drilled the baffles out and got it free flowing, and it actually sounds pretty decent and actually runs really good. But I've always wanted some aftermarket drag pipes for it, and I've looked at them. I've actually gotten a car, driven to locations, actually look at some, but most of the ones that you see are from bikes that have been crashed, and they're usually all dented and scratched up, and they still want $200-300 for them. So I passed them up, and I just can't bring myself to spend the $700-800 for a new set at this point. But I was pecking around on Craigslist this past week, and I was actually looking at motorcycles for some stupid reason. I already got a good motorcycle. I don't really need another one, but I was looking at VTX1300s, and I actually stumbled across a good find. So it was really too good to be true. So the story is, the dude had these pipes that he put on the bike, and he had them on there for a very short time, and just said they were way too loud. Took them off, put the factory pipes back on. So, and he had listed them for a song for a fraction of the price of a new pair and a new set. And only problem was it was 3.5-4 hours away. So I'm down in Virginia. The dude lived up in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, up where they make Rolling Rocks. So it was quite the hike. But for the price that he had these things listed, and if they were in good a shape as I thought they were going to be in by the pictures and just by the brief description that they weren't on the motorcycle for very long, it was well worth the drive. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the treasures I got. I've been out all day. I left early this morning at 8 o'clock, and here it is 5 o'clock. I've been home for about half an hour, and I already broke the camera out, and I'm ready to start putting these pipes on. So let me go ahead and show you what we found today. Alright, so he actually threw in a blanket too, so I could bring them home. So, I mean, these things are actually in really good shape. They have no dents on them. They have no rust on them. I got to talking with the dude. He also has a 61, I think he said, Corvette. So he's a gearhead, and he really likes nice things. So, I mean, might be a little bit of a scratching there, but that can buff out. It looks like it's probably just from the side of his boot or something. And he said that the baffles are installed in these, and that's good, because I'm going to leave them installed. But this is going to be today's video. I'm going to go ahead and install these pipes. I'm going to go ahead and run the bike before and after. I am in the garage. I will open the door. I will try to back it up to the door so the garage doesn't cause an echo and distort the sound. But, and it will be running choke off. So we'll do a comparison with the gutted out factory pipes compared to the new aftermarket Cobras. These are Cobra drag pipes. And I'm going to go ahead and leave a little, not a link, but a description of this product and show you the current cost of these things. And yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it cost me $300 and that includes the drive up and back. So I got these things for less than half price. And you know, I am very cheap, and sometimes it just pays to be patient, and my patience paid off, and I think I got a good product here. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna back y'all up. I'll get my keys. We're gonna do a start, run, rev, and kind of get an idea of what it sounds like with these pipes, and then we're gonna bolt these on and do it all over again. So hold on. All right, full disclosure, I did let the bike warm up for a little bit. VTX1300 is a carbureted model. I did not have to choke it to run it, but I did want to let it warm up so you didn't have to listen to it spit and sputter till it got warm. So she is warmed up, choke is off, I'm outside, no garage echo. So let's see how it sounds. Alright, so there it is running. I don't know if you noticed the black smoke or not, but that is intentional. Like I said, I've already jetted this carburetor, and the best I could do for the way it was jetted was to just gut the baffles out that were in it. But I had a 18-inch drill bit, and I couldn't get them all. I think I got all of them but the first baffle. So yep, hopefully when I get the aftermarket pipes on, the air-fuel mixture will be perfect, and yeah, this thing will run even better. It runs good now, so let's see what happens. And I got the head bolts here, or the nuts, holding the pipe to the head, and I have, turn over here, up underneath here I have a bracket that has 2 more bolts. So I'm going to go ahead and start with the head bolts nuts first. That way it'll still be supported by the mounting bracket down here. I don't want to take the mounting bracket loose and just have the, you know, the weight of the pipe just hanging on the head. So probably not going to be good for the heads if I did that. So let's go ahead and start in the front. So far so good. Oop, that one there is under the pipe, so I'm going to need a swivel. Alright, so I got my swivel. And still a little bit warm. Ooh. Swivel's not getting in there either. Not getting in there either. So I think I'm going to need a wrench. I'm going to go ahead and go to the back ones first, and hopefully I can get a wrench in there. So it is kind of hitting the factory shielding a little bit. These pipes are not chrome pipes, they're just regular steel pipes. It could be stainless steel, I don't know. But they are, these are just chrome covers. And there is still a washer on there that I will deal with in a moment. And that literally just fell over into that cover. Get this top one out over here. Then I'm going to have to get a wrench. I can't believe the thing fell right in that cover over there. Alright, I was wrong. Anyways, the nuts are actually 12s. When I grabbed the sockets out of the box, the 12 was in the 11 section and the 11 was in the 12 section. So they are actually 12 millimeter. And a wrench is able to get in here and get to the bottom nut. Alright, so now I got 3 nuts here. One over in the cover that I'm going to have to retrieve. So I'm going to swing you around here and get the bracket unbolted. The bracket is right here. And there is a nut on the back side. And the shield does interfere with the nut, so I will leave the bolt, so I will leave it in there. And like I said, these are also 12 millimeter. Alright. Alright, there's that one. There's that one. And it looks like the whole thing can come right off. I don't want to scratch these. They're still good pipes. Alright, so I got to turn in my man card, I guess, because I kind of got lost and didn't know what the heck to do. So when all else fails, download the instructions. So it looks like I gotta remove this bracket here too, because when I put this up there, nothing was lining up and it had me confused, and I started to wonder whether or not these pipes are gonna fit my model. But I think we're back on track. I kind of understand what I have to do now. So I do have to remove this bracket. And it's also going to remove the, what is that thing? That, well, that's the voltage regulator. So that is what this other bracket that came with it is going to be. So this is going to be the bracket to remount the voltage regulator. So I will get that off, and I guess it looks like this is going to bolt directly to here somehow. So, all right, let me do all that, and we're going to go ahead and press on. So looks like we eliminated about another 5 pounds. All right, so figured out how the bracket goes on. So the bracket's going to go on like this. And then the new mount for the regulator is going to go like so. And that's going to keep the voltage regulator mounted. So the direction said not to tighten it up all the way, and it makes sense why you wouldn't do that. So let's go ahead and snug it up. So let's see if it will tighten up. Now I got this bolt here, and I installed the voltage regulator on the mount, and that just screws in there. And now that's reinstalled. And I gotta find my headlight wrench. Tighten that up. Alright. So that's all good to go. This still moves, but it's not really an issue. So next, we're gonna mount the pipes up. Hopefully everything lines up. Let me do a test fit. Yep, everything lines up now, so we are good to go. Alright, so I kind of figured out where I need to be and where I'm going. It took me a minute. Like I said, I downloaded the instructions. Probably something I should have done right from the get-go, but you know how we do. But unfortunately, I am out of day. I'm actually cooking dinner, and yep, I'll pick this up tomorrow after work, and be a fraction of a second for you, but it'll be the next day for me, tomorrow afternoon after I get off. So we'll pick it up then, and see you in a second. All right, so it's the next day, and I got the bracket bolted up where it's supposed to go, and now the instructions say it says to fit the rear pipe, and that's what I'm going to get into next. I have the flange on the pipe that swivels, so I'm going to go ahead and do a rough fit. I got the screws. I got the hose clamps for the shroud loosened up, so I can move that around a little bit if I have to get to the nuts to bolt the pipes to the cylinder head, because it is a tight fit. I'm rotating this bracket so it meets with the I'm rotating the bracket right here so it meets with the bracket on the back of the pipe. The bad thing about this is what makes it so difficult. It's the heat shroud and the acorn nuts. The fact that the acorn nuts actually interfere with each other. So I'm just using 2 fingers. And because I'm used to doing crap like this, I'm able to make it work. Alright, next I'm going to take this bracket, and this slides in here. So this actually has the threads for the bolt. I want to get at least 1 bolt started. So I cut myself on Friday and I just broke it open. Yay. Once I get the other one started, while everything's kind of loose. So I'm just basically cramming my fingers in between here. Alright, so I got the 2 bolts in back here. Got 1 nut in up here. See if I get this second nut on. Got it started with 2 fingers. Alright, so now I'm going to loosen this back up. Yeah, so far the biggest pain in the butt has been trying to work around these heat shrouds. That's one. Everything is just kind of snug right now. The directions say to take the floorboard off, but I kind of figured out that you can put it right up to there, just like that. Tighten these up back here. looks like that's it. Alright, here they are after the installation. Everything went relatively smooth after I downloaded the instructions. So, kind of the same deal. I've already warmed up the bike, and we'll start it up and let you hear it at idle, and we'll hear it in the revs too. Yeah, so all in all, it is a bit louder. Not too much louder at idle. It is a lot louder wide open throttle. But yeah, I can manage that. I can just keep my hand out of the throttle. And if I need to try and be quiet, this thing has enough torque where I can lug the engine and get through a section if I need to be quiet, like coming through the neighborhood or something. But yeah, all in all, installation went well. I think it looks and sounds pretty good. And yeah, I'm happy. Great find. Yeah, these things are retailing right around 700 bucks now, and I came in with travel 300 bucks, so 250 for the pipes, 50 bucks for a tank of gas, and a day on the road. So I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and knock this video off, and just wanted to share this pipe install with you guys, and hang in there and stay tuned for the next one.